They say silence is the language of the wise, but sometimes silence is the scream of the soul. There comes a point in your life where you stop explaining, stop arguing, stop begging to be understood, not because you no longer care, but because you've realized your energy is currency, and not everyone deserves a share. This is not bitterness. This is awakening. You've probably felt it. That sudden withdrawal of emotion, like a tide that's quietly pulled back from the shore. No noise, no warning, just absence. You didn't stop loving. You just started choosing yourself. Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." We often don't realize that emotional detachment isn't a sign of coldness. It's a sign of wisdom, a form of self-respect, a survival instinct that whispers, "Preserve your peace, or you will lose yourself." You see, energy is not infinite. Every text you overthink, every argument you entertain, every relationship you cling to just to avoid feeling alone. It drains you, and the more you give without discernment, the more you abandon yourself. Emotional detachment is not apathy. It's clarity. It's looking at someone or something and saying, "I understand you. I may even love you, but I won't sacrifice myself for you anymore." It's silence that doesn't beg to be filled, distance that doesn't chase. It's realizing that sometimes the most powerful move is to do nothing. They'll call you cold, selfish, detached. But what they won't say is how they once fed on your warmth while offering you nothing in return. You see, detachment confuses those who only knew how to control you through your emotions. They don't know what to do when you stop reacting, when your silence becomes your shield, your absence your power. You're not heartless, you're just healing. And healing sometimes looks like solitude, like not replying, like walking away from people who never imagined you'd find the strength to. It's not revenge, it's realignment. You no longer seek validation, you seek peace. You no longer explain your boundaries, you enforce them quietly. This is the silent evolution of the soul. Protect your energy, it is sacred. Most people don't realize emotional detachment isn't about becoming numb. It's about becoming selective. It's what happens when you've touched chaos one too many times and finally choose calm. Not because it's easy, but because it's sacred. You begin to understand. Peace is not found in fixing others. It's found in refusing to break yourself for them. You stop reaching out to people who never ask if you're okay. You stop explaining yourself to minds committed to misunderstanding you. You stop chasing closure because you've realized closure is just another form of control. Sometimes the real closure is your silence, your absence, your healing. Jung spoke of individuation, the process of becoming whole, of integrating the shadow, of facing the parts of yourself you once denied. And that's what emotional detachment is, too. It's not detaching from others. It's detaching from the version of yourself that needed to be needed. The overgiver, the fixer, the one who was addicted to being chosen, even by those who only chose you when it was as convenient. You don't need to be bitter to walk away. You just need to be awake. Because not everyone who has access to you deserves a front row seat in your life. Not everyone who says, "I love you," knows how to love you. And not everyone you lose is a loss. So when you withdraw, don't explain. When you go quiet, don't justify. And when you choose peace over pleasing, don't apologize. This is not selfishness. This is self-reclamation. You begin to feel lighter, not because life is easier, but because you're no longer dragging dead weight. You stop checking who watched your story. You stop rewriting texts in your head. You stop waiting for them to care. Instead, you water your soul. You create in silence. You return home to yourself and the ones meant for you. The ones who feel like peace, not panic, will never require you to shrink in order to be loved. Healing is not loud. It's quiet, soft, sacred. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does.